Welcome to Parliament in Focus with me, Clement Sena-Akolo here. On Parliament in Focus, we tell you about what goes on in Parliament. Today, I'm here to just give you fast and quick information about Parliament, the Parliament of Ghana, what's going on, and what we are supposed to look up to in the coming days. And this is my analysis of the statements that the leadership of Parliament has made, especially the Speaker, the Majority Leader, as well as the Minority Leader. It looks like we're going to have a very interesting time in the Parliament of Ghana, this particular second meeting of the second session of the ninth Parliament of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. But as I'm saying this, it sounds so much in your ears. It sounds a bit technical. Let me just explain to you. When we say a session of Parliament, it means that the very first year of Parliament. In Ghana, for instance, we elect our members of Parliament to represent our constituencies for 4 years. So the very first year of sitting or meeting of Parliament, we call it a session. That's why I was saying that the second session, the very first year was last year, that's 2025. Now we are in second year, which is 2026, which is the second session of the Parliament, or that's the ninth Parliament. And we have 4 sessions. Now we are in the second session. Very soon we'll be going to the third session. The reason why I said the second meeting is that in every session, which is a year, we have 3 meetings in a year. Now we have done the first meeting, which ended in March, and then they have just resumed from recess. Now we are going into the second meeting, and the second meeting will also end very soon, and then the third meeting will come. So that's why I'm saying that the second meeting of the second session of the ninth Parliament of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. I think now that is down with you. We'll be doing a lot of these technical explanations with me, Clement Sena-Akolo, on the Parliament in Focus. Now today I want to just talk to you about what we are supposed to expect in this particular Parliament, this second meeting. And we heard a lot from Speaker Alpon Bagbin. We heard some from the Majority Leader, Mahama Ayariga, and then we heard from Afenyo Markin. He didn't make the statement, but it was a statement that was read by the Deputy Minority Leader, that is Honorable Patricia Appiagyei. And in this particular Parliament, we heard the Majority Leader actually making the point that they're going to turn attention on the committees. So the committees are going to bring out a lot of their oversight that they've done during the recess. You know, during the recess, we have committees going out to check what some of the government institutions are doing, what is happening at the other institutions and all those things. So it is their oversight role, the oversight role of Parliament. You know, Parliament is supposed to oversee what the executive does, that is the president and his ministers and all those who are under the executive do. So the committees of Parliament go there to the education sector, the road sector, to social, all those sectors to see what they are doing. And a lot of committees have gone to sit at so many places. It's not all of them that were on the media. It is the Public Accounts Committee that you have seen on the media, but there are other committees that have not been on the media. And this one is going to Mahama Ayariga has signaled that they are going to look a lot at what the committees have done. So they are going to push for that. And he has also mentioned some some bills that they are going to look at. For instance, the Constitution Amendment Bill, Property Rights of Spouses Bill, and a Tax Amendment Bill, and all those things. And Mahama Ayariga has got the numbers. You know, the majority NDC, they have about 183 members belonging to their side. They have the some of the independent members of Parliament who have decided to do business with the majority, so they are with the NDC technically. So they have about 187. They have an overwhelming majority to be able to push through those kind of bills and all that they want to do. Now here is the catch. Now the minority on the other side, in a statement that was read on his behalf, that is the Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo Markin, they have also pushed back, and they are saying that we want space to talk. that give us space so that we can also voice our sentiments. So they are pushing back and they are saying that we want space. And this has put them in a mood that actually is a bit confrontational, but they are asking for the space. And you remember that the flag bearer of the NPP recently told the minority at a workshop that they should show and they should, let Ghanaians know that they are a government in waiting. So this particular mode is going to be a bit confrontational, stating their point and stating it forcefully. They know that their numbers, about 88 members of parliament that form the mighty minority, they know that they cannot push through legislations or obstruct government's business as they ought to. So they are going to use the media. They're going to make sure that they make use of walkouts and all those things. So they're going to make sure that they talk so that they push through their point, so that they will catch the eye of the cameras and the microphones, so that all that they want to say, they let Ghanaians know. So this is going to be a bit confrontational. That's why I'm saying that Parliament is going to be a very, very interesting place. And you know, if you want to gauge the fever or the environment of how the country is going to go, you definitely must watch what is going on in Parliament. And yours truly, Clement Akolo, I'm going to be here giving you information from Parliament. I'll give you the analysis and all that is happening in Parliament. And I'll make sure that you get everything that you ought to get. So this is what is going to happen. I've told you what the majority leader is talking about. I've told you what the minority leader is also talking about and what is going to be. But how about the Speaker of Parliament? The Speaker is going to be a referee among these two people. How is that going to be like? It's going to be an interesting place for him, because the minority is going to come demanding that he gives them space so that they can talk, so that they can make their voices heard. Already we have heard that they are pushing the point that the government of the day is constricting speech, that is criminalizing speech, free speech, and this has been forcefully made by the minority leader, and saying that the arrest by the Brown Ahafo regional chairman of the NPP, Abronye, is one of the issues that they are protesting against. So this is going to be one of the trump card of the NPP to make to make their point forcefully. So this is what is going to happen, and the speaker is going to have a hard time, holding the two sides together. But when I also go into the speech by the speaker has indicated that he's going to ensure that there is discipline. A lot of discipline is going to go on this time. That's what he promises. And he gave us an inclination of that when he mentioned that security agencies do not have to seek his permission to arrest any member of parliament who fall foul of the law. And he's saying that nobody is above the law, including the citizens who voted them into power are not above the law. So how come members of parliament think that they are above the law? Which this tells us that Parliament is going to be a very interesting place. If you think that you're coming to hide in Parliament and do all the things that privileges will cover you, it's not going to cover you. So this is what we are going to look at, the discipline. And the discipline issue we have talked about is in the 8th Parliament. We saw a bit of it during the election of Speaker Abong-Bagbin. We saw some misbehavior there, misconduct by members of parliament. We went unpunished. We have spoken about this. We want to see something. And then this reared its head in the 9th Parliament as well, when there was the appointment committee, when they were doing the vetting for members of ministerial appointment. We saw some of those things also happening there. There was an ad hoc committee that was set up. That ad hoc committee, the findings have not hit Parliament. We have not seen all that, and we expect that this, when the Speaker is talking about ensuring discipline, we are sure that he's going to ensure that this particular report is taken up, and then we'll see that discipline is really working. So this is what I want to say as a conclusion. With the speaker's insistence on discipline gives him room to referee these clashes. How he balances the demand for order with minorities' demand for space will determine whether the session is remembered for legislation passed or for political friction. For now, the markers are set. The majority wants to legislate and oversight. The minority wants to speak and be heard. Now the speaker wants both. How he manages the two without eroding the institution's credibility is what we'll be watching and we'll be looking out for. We'll be watching the space and make sure that you hear them right here on Parliament in Focus with your man Clement Sena Akolo. Be watching this space and make sure you subscribe so that anytime we bring an update, you'll be the first person to know.